Hey everybody, it's Gavin here from Gav Noble Physiotherapy and welcome to the 10X Physio channel. Today I am with the fabulous Stephen Beattie here, who is one of Northern Ireland's most exciting chefs. He is, in my opinion, one of the best chefs in Northern Ireland at the minute. And today he's going to help us with some excellent, tasty recipes that we are going to give to you guys to go home and try. They are basically to help people who have arthritis, who have inflammatory conditions in their body. All these ingredients have been thought out well by Stephen for all those people who suffer with arthritis. So everybody, this is Stephen. So Stephen, welcome and thank you so much for agreeing to help us out today.
Pleasure to be here on the 10X Physio channel with Gav, the man himself. Very flattered by your introduction, by the way. Am I the best chef in Northern Ireland? Probably not, but I am an expert.
In my opinion.
Thank you, Gav. I'm an expert at making healthy food taste good, and that's why I'm here on the channel today to help you guys that are suffering with arthritis and joint pain. Food is, in my opinion, food is a medicine and can be
100%.
and can be a very, very valuable asset on your journey to feeling better and recovery.
Yeah, and really just looking after yourselves, folks. It's really, really important. And I'm also going to say, please follow Chef Stevie B on Instagram. And also, I believe you now have a YouTube channel.
Yes, just recently stepped into the YouTube game. It's Chef Stevie B. So yes, Chef Stevie B. So
cool. So everybody get on to there. I'll try and pop links as well into the description. And get on there and give him a follow and look at all the fantastic food that he is cooking. I'm really excited about today because I think you've got a few dishes for us today. Do you want to tell us quickly what each dish is?
So we've got a salmon, sweet potato and mixed green dish. We've got a beetroot and quinoa salad, and we've got a sweet potato and lentil stew. These are super straightforward dishes. I think sometimes chefs overcomplicate things, and cooks even overcomplicate things because it makes them sound more important, but basically we're just going to strip it back, let the food do the talking, and really deliver on the nutrition side here.
And again, I know you love your flavors as well, so I know these are going to be so tasty, and I am so excited.
Brilliant. Can't wait, Gav, let's go.
Right, so let's all get started then. Stevie, right, tell us. I'm glad you're not getting me to do any of this food prep, because as Nikki, my wife, tells me, I am the slowest in the world at this kind of stuff.
Food prep?
Yeah.
Well, I am quite good at it. So we're starting off with, we reverse engineer it. We start off with what is going to take the longest to cook.
Okay.
And we get that on first. And in this case, it's going to be the sweet potato wedges.
Cool.
So we're just going to get them on first into our roasting tray. This dish is going to be able to feed two people, two persons. You don't want to overcrowd the tray when you're cooking anything, really.
Right, yeah, cool.
Bit of olive oil here. Don't be about 2 tablespoons probably, Gav.
I'm glad you are just like freestyling that.
It takes years of practice, years of practice to learn how to freestyle. Pinch of salt. Now, do not, people get worried when they see about the salt I use. I use a salt called kosher salt. This is a huge distinction between kosher salt and sea salt.
Right, okay, so tell us more.
This is a naturally formed salt, okay? There's no chemicals, there's no anti-clumping agents, there's nothing in it. This is extracted in a much more natural way.
Okay, cool.
And so this looks like a lot, but it's because the crystals are actually a lot more dense, or sorry, a lot more less coarse.
Okay, yeah.
More coarse than table salt, which is just so fine.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's not a lot on it. So do not be.
Yeah, no, because honestly I thought like Jeepers, it does look like a lot of salt, but I'd say at the end of the day, like I'm all about the flavour.
Yeah.
And if that's where we're getting flavour.
Well, it is, but why cooking is important also, Gav, is you're in control of how much is going on here. When you're cooking for yourself, you're in control. Like God knows what sort of nonsense people are putting in the pre-made foods. Now we're going in here with the garlic granules.
Okay, cool.
Okay, just a bit of flavour. Again, we're just eyeballing. Do not be shy. Smoked paprika. That's going to give the wedges a really nice flavour. You'll never want to eat chips again. And then we're just going to give that a good mix with our hands. Gav, can you smell it? Smell it?
Do you know what I can? It's like,
We haven't even started cooking.
well, I'm loving it, loving it.
And sweet potatoes are, yeah, they're just a really, really good food choice. Now, pop that into the oven at 200 degrees for about 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
So yeah, I know you just put the sweet potato into the oven, but it's just kind of really getting people to understand that your sweet potato is full of vitamin C, which is absolutely great for helping protect your joints. So again, it's...
Yeah, it's a powerhouse of a vegetable, yeah.
Absolutely, really, really good.
Is it a vegetable?
I want to say I hope so.
It grows in the ground. It's a vegetable. Spud, as we call it here in Ireland.
Spud, indeed.
Now we're on to the broccoli, this beautiful purple sprouting broccoli. Look at that. Look at the purple sprouting broccoli. Do you see it?
Nice.
See that
In season?
tinge? In season. It's in season at this moment in time. I love shopping and buying products in season. Even if they're in season in like a different country, they're still in season somewhere. So the tender stem broccoli. This is, we're gonna cook it in a pan. It's a method called pan fry. So we'll start it in a nice hot pan, get a good char in it, and then we're gonna add a little bit of liquid to the pan, just a small bit, and that's gonna create a steam, and that's gonna cook the broccoli through. We can get it ready in probably, I'm gonna say 1 minute and 30 seconds. The thicker ones here, I'm just gonna slice down in the middle, like so. They will take much too long to cook.
So you are similar kind of size, really, basically.
Everything's similar kind of size, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you just leave those wee side leaves and everything on?
Yeah, I leave them all on. They're all good. They're all good. Some, if they're big and thick, I'll trim them down. But there's nothing there to be concerned about for me anyway. I don't think I'll eat it all. I will eat it all. And then we've got the Cavolo Nero. We've got the Cavolo Nero here. Just gonna chop that up.
Sorry, what is this again?
Cavolo Nero. Cavolo Nero.
Excuse my ignorance, but...
Kale.
Kale, all right, okay.
Yeah. it's a special type of kale.
It's not the way we normally see kale, because we normally see kale in packets in the supermarkets.
But this is, Cavolo Nero is a beautiful kale. It's nice and it's lovely and green and it's nicely, it's like this. Kale's got a bad rep because people buy the big bags of shredded kale, and it's just all this big thick stock.
Yeah.
Not enjoyable. Cavolo Nero is a lot lighter, a lot more.
So where do you get this then?
I just get it in the supermarket.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Must have a look for it now.
And we're just going to chop that up. And because I'm chopping it quite fine, I'm not going to bother taking out this stem.
Yeah.
It'll be fine to eat. If I was putting it in a salad, which we will be later, I think. Yeah, we will be later. I would just remove the stem.
I'm just going to come back to the likes of these greens, the broccoli and your kale. So they all contain vitamin K, which is really important in the body because it helps to strengthen your bones, and it also helps to, let's say, strengthen the cartilage, in the joints of your body. So this stuff is brilliant, absolutely brilliant for your body.
Yeah.
So what we'll have there now then?
We've got a bit of garlic here, Gav. Garlic is my favourite thing ever. Apparently I say it funny. My couple of followers on Instagram from America, they love when I say garlic. I say garlic.
Garlic.
I don't say, I think it's just said normally, but they're like, oh my God, you say that so funny, it's so cute.
So, okay, Stevie, so talk us through what's happening now.
Gav, we're just about to cook the broccoli. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the smoke is just starting to come up in the pan.
Yep,
okay.
See that.
We want the pan nice and hot. You need to start this in a hot pan. I'm going in with about a tablespoon there of olive oil, and then I'm going to put in our broccoli.
Okay.
Purple sprouting broccoli.
Ooh. Oh. Nice.
Okay, do not be afraid of the heat.
Oh, jeepers, you're brave. You are brave. You can tell.
Okay.
You're an experienced chef, not afraid of the pan.
Giving that a bit of seasoning. And we just want to let it sit there and do its thing now. We don't want to touch it, don't want to interrupt it, just let it sit there and get a nice caramelization.
The whole caramelization of both, you know, proteins and veg and everything, when people do talk about that, people say to me, oh, you've just burnt that. It's like, to me, there's a difference. You're not burning it.
Well, the caramelization, what that is every food has sugar in it, natural sugars, and that caramelization is actually a process called the Maillard reaction.
Right, okay.
And that is when the natural sugars come to a certain temperature and they start to transform the flavour of the food. So it's actually science, and it improves and enhances the flavour of the food 100%.
See, told you folks, he's the best.
So look at that. I don't know, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's starting to go the way we want it. Like, I think the problem is when people don't like eating vegetables is because they're never cooked right. When we think of veg, we think of boiled, stinking, overcooked, yellow broccoli. No.
Yeah.
Not here. So, look at that. Look at this here. Look at the flavour there. That's
nice.
exactly what we want. And we're going to put in our cavolo nero. Introduce that to the pan. We're going to put in the garlic. So the garlic and cavolo nero are in the pan. Then we go in with a dash of red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar.
So what does that do then for
That
us?
just adds acidity to the dish.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. And then I need water. And then we got just a touch of water here. Now this water is going to create a steam and that's going to cook out the broccoli. Going to give it some cracked black pepper. Once that water all evaporates, this broccoli is going to be ready to go. Smells beautiful. Can you see it? Yeah.
Oh, here looks fabulous.
Stunning, isn't it?
Fabulous.
So kill the heat. Squeeze of lemon again, just at the end. That's going to lighten everything up, give it a bit of freshness. And then we'll put it on here. That's that cooked. Ready to go. We'll just set that aside. Can you see it?
Oh, looks fabulous, yes.
Good, isn't it?
Oh, yes, so right, Stevie, right. So what are we up to next now?
So the sweet potatoes have got about 10 minutes left, and this is the perfect time to put in our salmon. Our salmon just gets a tiny bit of olive oil over the top, little bit of seasoning, some salt, and cracked black pepper. And then we're just going to pop that in for 10 minutes. And as simple as that. When these are ready, the sweet potato will be ready, and everything will just come together nicely.
From my point of view, they're really excellent for this omega-3 oils are really good for joint lubrication, which again at the end of the day helps to reduce that morning stiffness. But from your point of view, what's the benefits of like salmon?
Well, like you've already covered it, Gav, essential fatty acids. Not only are they great for your joints and your heart, they're actually brilliant for even brain function. Fatty fish is something that we should be eating maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And people have lived off it. People have lived off only the likes of salmon and fatty fish and mackerel for years and years and years and years. And it's a key part to anyone who wants to have a balanced diet. And if you can't eat fish, if you're not a fan of fish, I do recommend, and I'm not a health professional, but I do recommend supplementing with an omega-3 supplement at bare minimum.
But I also would like people to know that, like, as well as a chef, you have done your nutrition.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're not just somebody that doesn't know about food. You're somebody who knows about food.
Yes.
In my opinion, because you've done the courses, you're a chef, and you're just so knowledgeable.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Next up, it's all going to start coming together here, folks. The salmon has been in for 9 minutes. I'm going to take it out at 10 and then let it rest for 2. The resting is just going to let that cooking just kick over and make sure it's nice and... Start again, Gav. Go again.
Right, Steve, so tell us now, what are we up to now then?
Okay, so next up, it's time to start bringing everything together. The salmon is in there from 9 minutes. We're just going to give it 1 more minute, take it out and let it rest. The sweet potatoes should be ready. Again, we're just going to let them rest for a minute or 2. Once you take stuff out, once you stop cooking stuff, just let it be for 2 or 3 minutes. It's been in a really hot oven for maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes. When it comes out, just let it relax, and that's what resting food means. I do that with all foods. So we'll check the salmon. Beautiful. Just look at the colour there, okay?
Right, so Stevie, my big question for you now is, how do you know the salmon is cooked?
How I know the salmon's cooked is I just press the sides like this, okay? And it's quite firm. That's how I know it's cooked. If it feels quite soft, it's going to be raw in the middle.
Fair enough.
This took a salmon this size takes about 9 to 10 minutes, and if you prefer it a little bit more cooked, just go on to 12.
Awesome,
Okay.
nice.
And the sweet potatoes. Again, how do you know the sweet potatoes are cooked? One way of doing that is to just simply put a knife through it. If it goes through it nice and soft, then it's cooked. If it's firm when you're putting down, then it needs another 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Look at the colour of them, Gav, come on. Look at them.
Looking good, looking good.
So we're just going to start plating up now, I think. What do you think?
Here, awesome. Right, rock and roll.
Okay, so dinner for 2. We're going to start with our greens, get them on the plate first. These beautiful purple sprouting broccoli, garlic and greens. So much flavour going on there. And then we're going to go on with our little sweet potato wedges seasoned up with smoked paprika and garlic powder. Delicious. Now you could have this for lunch, you could have this for dinner. It's a very, very versatile meal.
Well, you're roughly talking like from the time you've started to actually cook to the time now you're plating, really you're, what would you say, half an hour?
Well, yeah, 35. The sweet potatoes take a bit of time. Everything else is, you're ready in minutes, literally 10 minutes.
We're going to edit somehow.
And there you have it, a Arthritis very friendly meal. Salmon, sweet potato, and wok fried. We could call it wok fried greens, couldn't we? Pan fried.
You can fry it. They look delicious.
And there you go.
Super excited to taste them.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
Kevin, come on and try it,
Oh,
sir.
I am super excited about this. This looks amazing. I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. I'm like tempted. I'm going to go for sweet potato first.
Okay.
Like you do get a bit of salt and the paprika and the garlic on that, and it's just so tasty. Like, just so tasty. I'll have a second bite. I'm going for salmon as well now. I don't usually eat a lot of fish, but I don't know, folks, you can see there, just absolutely perfectly cooked. Just melts in the mouth. Superb.
Thank you, sir.
Now for the greens. I'm really excited to try these greens. Wow. Just wow. Flavor, the zinginess. It's just like flavor bombs for me.
And it's so simple, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And not only does it fuel you, it serves a purpose. Mm-hmm. Like everything is there for a reason.
That is just goodness for the body.
Yeah. Thank you. That's your body. Thank you for feeding me well. Thank you.
It really is. Your body's just going to love that.
Gavin, I'm delighted to hear that you don't like salmon because I'm going to eat all that up.
I'm going to eat it.
Oh, are you? Mm-hmm.